Everbon. Welcome back to Barcelise. Today we are going to be checking out some documentary, about GDragon. Nothing too major, but I think it is major. But we're going to be learning more about GDragon a little bit. I'm going to wait a little bit to see if anybody joins the live. Feel free, for people watching this in the future, feel free to fast forward the video to where the video starts, where the documentary starts, or whatever. Any part that you think is taking forever, you feel free to fast forward it. I'm just making sure that my live is up and running and ready to go, and my audio is working. Most importantly, the audio for both computer and my mic needs to be working. Let me make sure here. Let me see what's going on. I'm going to listen to the stream real quick. Okay. My audio is working currently. So, as I said, guys, we are going to be reacting to the unreal life of GDragon and Human, Kwon Ji Young. So I'm going to be learning more about his lifestyle, a little bit more about what they're going to say in this documentary. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to talk about in this documentary, but they're going to talk about GDragon, and I'm excited for it. I'm curious to know a little bit more about his lifestyle before I get deeper into his music. But let's listen to a song real quick that I just reacted to. Go check it out after this live stream. I just reacted to his song called Bullshit. So let me fire it up, even though the live stream is probably gonna tell me I'm using someone else's music and it's probably gonna take it down. But let's play Bullshit real quick before we get into the documentary. So GDragon, Bullshit. Let me change the screen so you guys see what I'm talking about. Where is it? Make myself smaller. So you guys were telling me that there is a music video to Bullshit, but I just couldn't find it. Someone in the comments told me that there is a song to Bullshit, but or a music video, but it's not on here. There's like maybe fan-made music videos. Is that a fan-made music video? It only has 9.5K views on it. But let's go check out the one we did yesterday. What the And by the way, I almost forgot. As always, you guys do know me. I do have my coffee with me right here, 24/7, all day, every day, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Very simple. Let's go. Who let the dogs out? Let the dog out. She ain't the bullshit bitch, I'm real. 태어나게 태어난 내 파전 개같이 수군의 자연산 수제 한정판 여의주 야이 뭔가 Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Never gonna get that good to get dirty. Samba, samba, funny with my money. Yippee yo, yippee yay! Wow, wow, wow! So in yesterday's video, in yesterday's reaction, I kept mentioning how GDragon kept talking about dogs and how he correlated dogs with the bullshit and all that. And you guys were telling me that his lyrics are much deeper than that. That it's for someone that's not Korean speaking wouldn't really get his wordplay, I guess. And but his wordplay is pretty crazy in this song, is from what I hear. And it sounds like it. I mean, his rhyme schemes are amazing. Listen, I can just tell by his rhyme schemes that he's spitting fire. Listen. Dun dun da 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 da. Like those patterns. You notice those little patterns. Right here. Yo, yippee yay. Bow wow. Yo, it must be so sick being on stage. Like, imagine being on stage and you're performing in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Maybe what is it? Maybe like 80,000 people, 100,000 people in the crowd. Imagine performing in front of people and fire is going off and people are singing along with your song. Imagine that feeling. Him and Top, man, I gotta give it to them. I gotta clap it up for him and Top. Him and Top, man, they're good lyrical artists. They're good. They sound good when rapping. I might not understand what they're saying in their songs. A lot of the times when I'm not listening or when I don't have the lyrics on, the subtitles on, they just sound good, man. They sound good. Their voice sounds good. The way they say their words is clear and crisp, and it sounds good. The lyrics, the way it rhymes, even it sounds good. We had to start with that, guys. We had to start with that as a welcome in, as a welcome in. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to the documentary that I have up right here. So I have this documentary. It's called The Unreal Life of GDragon and Human Kwon Ji Young. So we're going to be watching it. I played the first 2 seconds on it just to make sure it's clear and crisp. This audio kind of sounds a little off, but we're going to react to this anyways. And let's go ahead and get this started. You guys ready? If you guys are ready, let's go ahead and do this in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
CNN once picked 50 reasons why Seoul is the world's greatest city. There were more side dishes than the main dish, the Korean wave, the fast internet, and one of them was GD. Today's video is about the GD and the human Kwon Ji Young. Born in 1988, GD was able to develop his talent with the help of his mother, who had helped him to do whatever he wanted to do since childhood.
Nice.
Seeing GD, who liked to dance and was full of talent, his mother took him to various auditions. And through this, he appeared in MBC's early childhood education program Popopo at the age of 5.
It really helps when your parents are with you on the same page of you wanting to be creative. You know what I mean? Take the creative route in life. It's always good when your parents have your back with that, because a lot of the times, let's be honest, your parents are like, no, you got to go to school, you got to be a dentist, you got to be a doctor, you got to be a lawyer, you got to be a police officer, a fireman. You know what I mean? It's rare for parents to be like, you know what, follow your dreams, child. Follow your dreams. You know what I mean? You want to be a singer when you grow up? Here, we'll put you in some singing classes. You know what I mean? It's rare to see that. So I'm glad that his mom did that.
Appeared in MBC's early childhood education program Popopo at the age of 5 before entering elementary school. He showed off his talent in the show, and despite his young age, GD showed excellent dance skills. Then he received the attention of Rula, a popular dance group in the 1990s. At that time, Rula was planning to bring together child dancers to make Little Rula, and GD participated in it. From then on, GD accompanied them to concerts across the country, and danced in front of countless people when he was only 7 years old.
Damn.
But as time went by, the popularity of the Rula began to wane, and unfortunately the Little Rula was
So GDragon's been in the music industry since he was a kid. Or not just the music industry, but like the dance industry, the entertainment industry. He's been in it since a kid, so that's all he's known, pretty much, right? When did he officially make it? Make it? Like, how old was he? Can someone let me know how old he was when he officially was like an artist? Not an artist, but like, celebrity maybe, or is the word I'm looking for, or big? Any sort of relevance to him? Was he still a kid? Was he a teenager? Was he an adult when he started getting recognition?
Popularity of the Rula began to wane, and unfortunately the Little Rula was disbanded. 8-year-old GD was shocked when he heard, "There's no Little Rula from tomorrow on," and he declared to his mother that he would never be a singer or dancer again. So, little GD, who was active on TV and on stage, started a normal life like his friends at the school. But his talent didn't let him go. One day his family took him to a ski resort, he entered a dance competition and won first place. And coincidentally, the MC of that competition was Isu Man, the current CEO of SM Entertainment. After seeing GD's talent, Isu Man accepted him as a trainee at SM, and like that he worked as an SM trainee with BOA, SES, and Shinhwa for 5 years. However, in 19...
So he's known, that's all he's known since a kid. All he's known is being an artist.
1990, SM Entertainment did not have a complete system unlike now, so it was not possible to give a clear vision to GD, who was only 8 years old. So GD only went to SM once a month to dance because there was nothing useful to do. But after some time, it happened that GD listened to Wu-Tang Clan music at his friend's house when he turned 10 years old.
Let's go. And that's where his hip hop part of it came out. That's where his rap part of it came out. Wu-Tang, you listen to Wu-Tang Clan, you'll think you're the best artist ever since listening to them. They're so good at lyrical rap and just storytelling. They're really good, Wu-Tang Clan.
Shocked and impressed by the never-before-heard hip-hop performance, he discovered his love for hip-hop from there. At that time, hip-hop wasn't popular enough in Korea, so there were only a few places to learn.
I became a hip-hop fan, and I'm fully through and through a hip-hop fan. I love hip-hop. That's my genre. That's the genre I love the most. That's the genre that I know about the most. I know more artists. It's just my genre. I love hip-hop. And Tupac is the one. Biggie and Tupac actually are the ones when I was a kid, when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old, around there, that I got listening to hip hop. They're the first ones I started listening to, and they got me into hip hop, and they got me into listening to Nas, Eminem, Jay-Z, all the early 2000s. I don't listen to any of the new stuff nowadays, like the NBA YoungBoys, the 21 Savages or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't listen to them, but I like to listen to some old hip hop. Let's go.
At that time.
And that's why I like K-pop, because they incorporated the element of hip hop into the music. And that's one thing that's really interesting.
Hip hop performance, he discovered his love for hip hop from there. At that time, hip hop wasn't popular enough in Korea.
Clover, shout out to Clover. You're welcome. Of course, I got you. I've been wanting to do more videos about GDragon and learning more about GDragon. I just haven't had the chance because of work. I work like 45 hours a week outside of this, and I just never really have the time. I never really find the time to go live. But today, I'm off of work, and I decided, you know what? Before I clean and organize my house a little bit, I'll go live. Let's go.
Love for hip hop.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate everyone that's in here. I really appreciate you guys. We also have Alizid. Alizid, watch the documentary How GDragon Defined Greatness again after that. Yes, that's what we're going to do. How long is it? Do you know? Can you tell me how long it is?
From there. At that time, hip-hop wasn't popular enough in Korea, so there were only a few places to learn about hip-hop.
Right.
But thanks to his diligence, he finally found an academy where he could learn freestyle rap.
Yes.
And coincidentally, the academy was also the practice room of the Korean hip-hop group, People Crew. The members of People Crew were amazed by the fact that only a 10-year-old boy did come into the academy to participate in rap.
Yeah.
The members loved him a lot, so GD was able to learn rap and hip-hop from them. And after 3 years at 13, he got another great chance. At that time, several hip-hop singers gathered together to release an album called 2001 Korea. And the only 13 years old GD featured the lead song, and even released his own song called GDragon. Thus, a 13-year-old
Oh.
GD received a lot of attention
So he's always been called GDragon. When did he come up with the name GDragon? How did he come up with the name GDragon? If someone can let me know.
Thus, a 13-year-old GD received a lot of attention as the youngest rapper in Korea, and this event influenced his future a lot. Because after this, he had a meeting with the CEO of YG Entertainment, Yang Han-suk.
Yeah.
At that time, there were many
guy was-
hip-hop musicians.
This guy was so strict, man. Remember when we saw the documentary in my last channel that got hacked and deleted? Remember we saw the documentary with him, watching them with cameras and watching them to make sure they're doing good and telling them like, hey, 2 of you made it, but there's 3 of you that are not for sure. Yo, that's scary, man.
In YG, so Yang Han-suk immediately contacted
20
his
minutes,
mother
okay.
as soon as he heard about GD. Later, he recalled his first impression of GD like this. There was a little boy rapping like a pro and I was very surprised to see it. I was wondering how can this kid who is just an elementary school student rap like that and present his facial expressions and style like that.
몇 살이에요?
Imagine being able to
Oh,
build
come
an
on,
app with your
man.
name on it, just by thinking
Sorry
about
about
it.
the
Meet
ads,
Base
guys.
44.
내 나이 13, 여기는 힙합 더 바이, 힙합 더 바이에서 랩하는 나는 GDragon. 여기까지.
He loves to say
So
his name,
Yang
huh?
Han-suk met GD and his mother in person for explaining their vision. However, when his mother went outside for a while, Yang Han-suk said to the 13-year-old GD, "You have to convince your mother that you really want this. Even if you have to cry or scream for it, because no matter what, you have to come to YG." As Yang Han-suk said, GD came home and convinced his mother that he really wanted
I'm sure that didn't take too much convincing. I mean, his mother had his side since it sounds like his mother had his side since he was young. So I'm sure it didn't take that much convincing to be like, "Hey, mom, this label is contacting me and wants me to be part of the label." I'm sure she said okay.
to join YG with tears in his eyes, and so he was soon able to sign a contract with YG, in which many hip-hop groups worked. After becoming a YG trainee, he had to do every chore for a year, such as cleaning the practice room and running errands for seniors.
That's so crazy to me that in Korea, like in the K-pop world, that you become a trainee, and then you have, and then you climb your way up, and you become part of this group, and you might not make it, and you might make it. That to me is wild. That to me is crazy. I would, in the U.S., it's like if you have good music and you somehow make it, and some people will relate to your music, you're gonna make it big, or you're gonna get a following, you're gonna get a fan base. There isn't really a training program or anything where you can make it or not make it, or you know what I mean? So it's interesting the way it works in Korea.
To do every chore for a year, such as cleaning the practice room and running errands for seniors. So that was his schedule at that point. When he got to the studio, he had to clean before and after the practice. This took about an hour, and in between, he could practice for an hour or two before going home. Although he was responsible for all these duties alone, he did not neglect the training. And by the time he was approaching 14, he was also able to take part in a few songs of YG seniors, and therefore gained stage experience in the process. One day he met his new friend at YG, and that was Taeyong. GD and Taeyong, who were the same age, naturally got closer to each other, and they dreamed of having their debut while being trainees. But it wasn't that easy going, someone may think, because both of them not only had to carry out their trainee lives but also their school lives. GD hated prejudice such as singers are empty-headed. That's why GD thought that I should try my best in school just as I work hard as a trainee, and so did Yang Han-suk. In fact, back then, Yang Han-suk wouldn't even let them train if they didn't score more than 80 points on school tests, so GD had no choice but to work hard as a student and trainee.
That's a good leader, man. That's a good leader. I said he was strict, and I said that he might have been a little, too strict maybe, but that's a good leader, man. The YG CEO, I would like to have him by my side. He seems like he cares about his students or his, trainees. He seems like he wants them to do nothing but he's a little strict, yes, but sometimes you need some strictness for the point to come across and for the person to become successful.
On school tests.
You can't be lenient all the time.
So GD had no choice but to work hard as a student and trainee. Also, GD had to go through a lot of hard things before his debut. GD and Taeyong were also backup dancers, in case other dancers dropped out, and although they were only trainees, they didn't get much help from the agency. As example, when they went to a concert, they had to go via subway with a huge suitcase. And after their stage performance, they had to go home all by themselves, mixed up with the audience who enjoyed that concert. Because being a trainee was so hard, GD vowed to be successful no matter what. Meanwhile, in YG at the time, there was a system called the indifference system that allowed trainees to develop their skills on their own. Through this system, the trainees had to be assessed once a week without extra lessons in singing or choreography. So as the time passed, one trainee after another started to disappear. In this tough trainee environment, GD and Taeyong worked hard for 6 years to get their debut, and it paid off as YG gradually started talking to them about their debut. However, the company's plan was
Those were some sick moves, to be honest.
very different from GD's wishes. Because GD thought they would debut as a hip-hop duo, but the company planned to make them idols. He was very
Idols, that's what I was gonna say. That's the word I couldn't think about. You start a trainee, you become an idol. It's crazy the way it works, man.
debut
Now, can someone let me know in the comments or in the live here? Can you enter as a trainee anytime? Like, if you want to get into that business and if you want to get into that industry, can you become a trainee? Can anybody become a trainee, or do you sign up for it? How does that work?
as a hip-hop was very different from GD's wishes.
Or is it like an invitation only kind of thing?
Because GD thought they would debut as a hip-hop duo, but the company planned to make them idols. He was very shocked that he would debut as an idol. He wanted to show his own music to people for a long time. That's why debuting as idols who wear the same clothes and make the same choreography was like a death sentence for him. He said he didn't work hard for 6
Damn.
years to end up debuting as just an idol, but YG Entertainment was too powerful. That's how GD met the 4 new members who would later debut as Big Bang. After 1.5 years of preparation,
I'm sure he doesn't regret it now.
4 new members who would later debut as Big Bang. After 1.5 years of preparation, YG introduced the 6 idols to the world under the name Big Bang.
Hey.
But in reality, it wasn't an official debut but a survival program called Real Documentary Big Bang. Even though GD went through all kinds of hardships for 6 years at YG, Yang Han-suk sent him to a survival program. At that time, Yang Han-suk put enormous pressure on GD with words like, "Gwanji-yang, after 6 years of training, do you really just want to go home?"
That's part of the document. The other documentary we were watching, the Big Bang documentary, the beginning, I think it's called. There's like 11. Don't quote me on that, but there's like 11 or 12 episodes or something like that. That's the other one we're doing. I haven't made an episode of that for a while because my account got hacked and deleted and whatnot, so I haven't really had the chance to do it. But I want to get back to finishing this documentary because this is a fun documentary as well.
After 6 years of training, do you really just want to go home?
지용아 6년 저 집에 갈래?
Like this, Yang Han-suk kept putting pressure on GD
Yep.
until
And that's what I mean when I say that he was strict. He was strict, but he needed it. You needed that strictness.
he finally made his
Look where they are now. If it wasn't for his strictness, you never know what kind of group they would have been.
Like this, Yang Han-suk kept putting pressure on GD until he finally made his debut. It may have been tough, but thanks to that hard training, we know GD for who he is. In fact, GD was one of the few idols who was able to write his own songs precisely, because YG regularly gave him homework for a long time. That homework was composing, and he's been doing it since the middle school. In 1 year, he had to write a song per week, then one every 3 days, and eventually, later he could write 1 song per day.
Clover says, being a trainee, you need to pass the audition or you're recruited due to your talent. Okay, so you have to have talent. You have to apply to an audition. How do you apply to an audition? Is there like different companies in Korea that you go to and you're like, hey, I want to become a trainee. Can I apply? Can I audition? Is that how it works? Like, can I, if I was younger, can I go over there? If I was from there, maybe, can I go to any company and just be like, hey, I want to audition for you guys. I want to eventually become a trainee and then an idol.
Per week, then 1 every 3 days, and eventually, later he could write 1 song per day. Writing songs so regularly for this long time became a natural thing for GD, just like eating. This was for sure a really hard time at YG, but necessary to process until the current GD was born. In 2006, GD finished 5 years of a trainee in SM,
5
6
years.
years in YG, so 11 years in total,
11 years.
before being able to stand as
11 years total of training and trying to climb your way up. And that's why a lot of people think that these things happen within a night or a day. Like sometimes it does. Sometimes a song blows up and the artist goes from nobody to somebody in a matter of days. That's very rare to happen, but a lot of the time, a lot of these artists that you see, they've worked all their life to get to the point that they are now, or to get to the point where they are successful and famous.
was born. In 2006, GD finished 5 years of a trainee in SM, 6 years in YG, so 11 years in total, before being able to stand as the leader of Big Bang in public. However, at that time, Ballad was very popular in Korea, and big idols like TVXQ and Super Junior all.
By the way, these idols right here, should I react? Is there any of them that it's worthy of reacting to them and starting to react to them? I'm talking about the K-pop groups before Big Bang, like them two right here on the screen. Is it worthy reacting to them? Is there any good music to it?
Already dominated the idol market. So, Big Bang
Hard
didn't get
labor
as much
for
attention
GD,
as
yes.
expected for the time being. One day, GD sent Yang Han Suk a solo song that he had been preparing for a long time, and just 5 minutes after sending it, GD received a call. Gwanji Yang, I'm really sorry, but this is the perfect title song for Big Bang, not for your solo. GD was devastated, he couldn't even cry anymore. YG Entertainment had promised him for many years that he could release a solo album, and he thought this was the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of sucks. You get promised that you're going to release a solo project, and you're building up to that just for them to be like, no, you're going to be part of a group.
But instead, he was disappointed again, and wondered how many years he would have to wait for it. Nevertheless, the 20-year-old GD had no choice but to give up his solo song for the benefit of the group Big Bang.
Yeah.
However, nobody realized at that time how much this decision would affect not only GD itself, Big Bang, but the world.
Apparently you can go from zero to a complete site in just a single prompt with Wix Harmony.
Guys.
I don't know if this is going to be possible.
The title track of Big Bang's second album, Lies, released in 2007, shook the whole Korea. Back then, Ballad was still mainstream in Korea, but Big Bang's song changed everything. In the karaoke bars from then on, all the students who didn't even know English sang, I'm sorry but I love you. And Big Bang received a lot of affection with it. Big Bang swept all kinds of music charts in Korea, but GD didn't stop here, and just 3 months later they released Last Farewell to lead the charts again. And this brought Big Bang, the second year in a row since its debut, to the top.
I haven't reacted to that song yet.
In this process, GD once said in an interview that he lost up to 55 kilograms because he couldn't sleep while writing new songs. With a faint smile, he said that the secret of his diet was the pain of creation, and he continued to release another song, Haru Haru, making
What I'm getting out of this so far, halfway in, he's a very, very hardworking man. He's a hardworking man that didn't just get given all these things. Yeah, they approached them YG and they told them join us and everything, but those things, they don't happen from luck. They happen because you worked your way into them inviting you over. You were so good and hardworking that they came and invited you over to YG. So for 11 years, he worked really hard.
While writing new songs. With a faint smile, he said that the secret of his diet was the pain of creation, and he continued to release another song, Haru Haru, making 2008 the year of Big Bang just
Should I react to Haru Haru? I don't know. No one's recommended that yet.
like 2007. However, he did not stop and made a remake from the song Sunset Glow to target more fans. The original masterpiece Sunset Glow has been remade by numerous singers, but the song created by GD was the most popular and loved by all ages. In this way, Big Bang left its name as a group that made a big mark in the K-pop scene in the late 2000s. And why?
Man, that was such a great era of music too. Like if I knew about Big Bang back then, that would have been so nice.
G.
That would have been amazing. That was the time when I was listening to all the hip hop, like all the Not the mumble rap, all the previous hip hop before that. It were good days. Those were this era of music right here was such a good era of music, man. Early 2000s to late 2000s, late 1990s even. Very, very good.
Group that made a big
Let's go back a little bit.
remade by numerous singers, but the song created by GD was the most popular and loved by all ages. In this way,
So I react to Merotic by TVXQ. Lewis wants me to react to. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out, react to it, and see if I upload it.
the song created by GD was the most popular and loved by all ages. In this way, Big Bang left its name as a group that made a big mark in the K-pop scene in the late 2000s. And YG, one of the many agencies, won the title of the top 3 agencies after Big Bang. At one time, 80% of YG's total income came from Big Bang,
Damn.
and the Big Bang members' military enlistment was considered the biggest risk for YG. And at the center of all this success was GD, who
Yes.
created 3 of the 4 hit songs. But with constant success, stress and pressure, it came as it had to come, depression set in. One of the reasons was
Yeah.
that some Korean netizens criticized him severely, stating that most of his songs were plagiarism. In addition, since his debut, he has never been
That's
able
messed
to
up.
rest properly.
Imagine you worked so hard to create these songs just for someone to be like, oh, you're plagiarizing. Like, come on, man.
Plagiarism. In addition, since his debut, he has never been able to rest properly, and the constant working process also on his solo album was a great burden to him. Even Yang Han-suk, known for being strict, admitted, GD's depression symptoms are deeper than expected. When I saw how he was suffering, I was very sorry for everything. So GD stopped all his activities, including his solo album, for a while. Fortunately, GD, who had a month-long break, was able to regain its former brightness and prepared for his coming solo album. Since it was his long-awaited first solo album after all the hardships, he expressed all his emotions in the lyrics, and also the depression he was struggling with.
Wait, is song bullshit? No, it can't be, right? His song bullshit can't be from his solo project, from the one they're talking about right now.
Here are some of the lyrics of the song Gossip Man. In addition to writing and composing the album, he was also involved in all the other work related to it, like the choice of the color, costumes.
But he kind of, I don't know. Did he let all the criticism kind of get to his head? Cuz you guys mentioned to me in the last couple songs that I reacted to that he's like dissing the MA, he's dissing Mama or the MA, and then bullshit, the song Bullshit, he's dissing someone else or dissing something else. And then there was another song where do you think he let it get to his head and that's why he's making so many music responding to the criticism? Like I'm worried that it might have hurt him a lot, you know? I can tell that it did hurt him, you know, cuz he wouldn't have made music or songs about those things if it didn't hurt him or it didn't affect him at all. But I think he might have let it get to his head too much cuz when you're an artist and you're that big, you're going to get criticism from all kinds of people. You just got to stay in your lane.
In addition to writing and composing the album, he was also involved in all the other work related to it, like the choice of the color, costumes, and much more, and this album was also a great success. Even after 2007, 2008, and 2009, GD's voice still echoed in the streets of Korea. But why did some Koreans hate him so much back then?
Why?
Was it because people couldn't accept that a 20-year-old boy, who debuted less than 3 years ago, wrote and composed a string of national hits?
Yep.
Or because
That is exactly the reason. That is exactly the reason. People have jealousy inside their heart. People have envy inside their heart. They're envious. And when another 30-year-old looks at a 20-year-old that successful, most of the time, eight times out of 10, they're gonna think, oh man, like I'm envious. I wish I had his lifestyle. You know what I mean?
who debuted less than 3 years ago, wrote and composed a string of national hits? Or because people didn't want to accept his success?
Oh, here we go again with the ads. Again, I apologize about these ads, guys. I didn't pay my YouTube. I haven't paid my YouTube premium.
First solo album in a decade was a huge success, but the public criticism was also heavy. Many people suspected he had plagiarized most of his hits.
See, that's what I
And
mean.
after Heartbreaker, people were convinced he had plagiarized American hip-hop artist Flo Rida's Right Round. Of course, after some time,
Let's go back and play it again.
his Right Round.
Well, kind of similar, but his was like more like da 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 da, whereas Flow Riders was more like da 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 da. You know what I mean? So little different patterns, two different patterns. Let's play it again.
Right Round. Of course, after some time, even the artist Flo Rida himself stated officially that GD did not plagiarize. But
Oh shit, GD and Flow Rider did a song together or performed together? That's crazy. That's awesome.
until this, he had to face constant harsh criticism. Actually, 1 month after the release of Heartbreaker, there was a poll with 15,000 people asking who do you think is the singer that is the most overrated. And GD was voted with a staggering 8,000 votes. Nevertheless, he was
What percentage is that?
was voted
52%, 52.6%.
with a staggering 8,000 votes. Nevertheless, he was busy preparing for his first solo concert. Since this was the first solo concert under his name, he gave his best, and the concert was so perfect that even he himself said, "I have no regrets." But the very next day, criticism was pouring down on him over the internet. With the song Breathe, he wanted to portray himself, a GD who didn't want to wake up from a dream anymore. However, many media outlets misrepresented the performance, accusing him of portraying sexual representation.
Oh, damn.
Of course, the media preferred the fact that the majority of fans present at the concert were teenagers, as the main reason for the harsh criticism.
Damn.
Although he portrayed aspects of happiness and coolness during his performance, the media only reported things that could create headlines. After reading these articles, he thought to himself, "Am I destined to be cursed no matter what I do?" At the
Yeah, that would suck, man. Everything you do, everyone's like, oh, you're plagiarizing. Oh, you're sexualizing this song. Oh, this, all of that. That must suck, man. That feeling must suck.
he thought to himself, "Am I destined to be cursed no matter what I do?" At the same time, fiercely hateful anti-fans launched a call for signatures for GD's resignation from Big Bang,
Damn.
without any reason, going so far as to even launch a campaign for him to commit suicide. Even more
I never knew that people actually hated GDragon from the in the beginning. That's crazy, and how much you guys love him now? It's wild.
going so far as to even launch a campaign for him to commit suicide. Even more cruel things were
Come on,
demanded, which I don't want to mention here out of respect for GD. Now 22 years old GD had worked harder than anyone for his dream, yet the public found harsh criticism, some even going so far as to call for his death. All of this caused his depression to flare up again. At some point, he came to the conclusion that he couldn't do anything right, because no matter how hard he worked, he was always portrayed as a criminal in the end. At that time, he gave an interview once, and it was really sad to listen to his heartbroken words. "While others sleep, I write songs, so I hardly sleep. I wonder why some people hate me."
Oh, is that a dig at his? Is that a dig at his label or something? While others sleep, I'm out here working. You know what I mean? While the others over here were sleeping, I'm out here working. Is that what kind of? That's the kind of message I got from it.
Others sleep, I write songs, so I hardly sleep. I wonder why some people hate me so much. I'm still young, and I get hurt a lot. I'm doing my best, so I hope you
That
guys
sucks,
like
man.
me at least a little bit. Despite this heartbreaking interview, the attacks didn't stop. In July 2011, a shocking article was published about him, accusing him of smoking weed.
Damn.
And here's what happened. After the concert in Japan, GD was drunk at the after party. Someone there gave him a cigarette, so he smoked it, and that was the problem. He was suspended from the charge because he was drunk at the time and admitted it was his fault.
Damn, man.
In some-
Why is it so strict?
Countries, the use of drugs is punished more severely, and GD was also an idol of teenagers and a symbol of the music industry in Korea at that time. So because of these incidents, the national criticism of him was even harsher, and the media slagged him. Of course, the case cleared up after the circumstances were clarified, and the criticism of him also subsided. But he suffered greatly during this time. Later he said, "I didn't think that I could do music and broadcasting for much longer." A year after the incident, he returned with his new album One of a Kind, and of course...
Okay, that's the one that we reacted to. So bullshit has to be from this album, right? Because we reacted to one of a kind.
The lyrics reflected his feelings. Here are some of the lyrics of the song One of a Kind. Of course, despite public criticism, he never stopped delivering the message he wanted. In 2014, there was an incident at the Mnet Asian Music Awards, MAMA. At the time, GD was invited to perform at the MAMA Awards. GD took the opportunity on stage and showed everyone the real background of the MAMA Awards, because it wasn't about talented artists but only about popularity. Thus, the MAMA Awards were lacking in their meaningfulness. At the same time, his outstanding fashion sense was discovered, and he was invited to numerous fashion shows including Chanel. Chanel even later named him Chanel's global ambassador.
Damn.
From that point on, GD was
got
labeled
style.
as a celebrity and
swag.
artist beyond a musician. But behind all of GD's fame, there was terrible loneliness that people couldn't see. Then in 2015, his lyrics reflected that loneliness. These are the lyrics of the song Loser. From then on, GD gradually
Good song. Very good song. I like it.
began to explore the other side of his great life. After the album's release, he began to expand his career beyond music into art. At the Seoul Museum of Art, he prepared a special exhibition called Peace -1 Beyond the Stage.
I didn't know he did art.
But this time he was criticized again, and this time it was the art world. Media started to publish the negative articles.
Damn, man. Imagine being GDragon and all that criticism. No matter what you do, you get criticism. Like, no matter what he's doing, no matter what he does. He went to art, he got criticism from the art world. Music, you're getting criticism from the music world. He can't win. Life is a game, and he cannot win.
Called Peace -1 Beyond the Stage.
But we all know that he ended up winning in the end.
But this time he was criticized again, and this time it was the art world. Media started to publish the negative articles about GD. It's a huge product wrapped in art. Public art museums have been mobilized for the strategy of entertainment agencies. What's the point of being inundated with female fans in the art museum who relegate art to a supporting role? Like in Korean idiom states, back then GD was criticized so much that someone could have said, he was even criticized for breathing.
Yeah.
People thought everything was fine with him because they only saw the powerful and charismatic GD on screen, but it wasn't like that at all.
That's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that thing. When you're in front of the camera, you have to be a certain way. You know what I mean? You can't act sad. You can't act this. You have to be consistent with the way you usually act. So he has to be consistent with the way his energy, the way he can't come on stage and just be like down, and you know what I mean? So people misread that. People misread that as in he's not, the criticism is not getting to him enough. So we need to make it 10 times worse. When little did they know, outside of this, when the camera is off, you don't know what he's dealing with. You don't know what kind of, you know what I mean? In front of a camera, he has to put on this facade. He has to put on this character that he's built over time.
They only saw the powerful and charismatic GD on screen, but it wasn't like that at all. Because behind all the GD facade, there was still a normal human named Gwanji Young.
Yep.
As in 2015, Big Bang's 340-day world tour began, GD also celebrated the 10th anniversary of his debut. But the hard times he'd been through, all the harsh criticism that haunted him no matter how hard he tried, had already turned him into a human wreck. During a concert, after finishing his part, he simply collapsed backstage. And even in this state, he kept pulling himself together and dutifully completing his role on stage, and such breakdowns were repeated several times. These breakdowns was also due to the murderous schedule of the concerts that
damn, that's crazy.
Continued without a break. But neither his tens of thousands of fans who attended the concert
You know, the GD disappears backstage again.
nor the members of Big Bang were aware of his situation. As the leader of the group, GD had to keep his composure and preserve the facade. At the same
See?
time,
There's a facade that you gotta keep, man. You can't show it in front of the camera, in front of the fans, in front of the, you know, the world. You can't show the weak side. You know what? That's unprofessional. It's not weakness. It's not, you know, this and that. It's just you're a professional singer. You're a professional this. You're a professional that. You can't show your. I don't know how to explain it, man. You can't show your world outside of your entertainment business or industry. You can't show who you are really. It's unprofessional.
group, GD had to keep
But people mistake that. They mislead that into something that, you know what
his
I mean?
composure and preserve the facade. At the same time, however, his depression increased. GD became 30 years old, and he prepared his second solo concert in 4 years with his second solo album. And he showed his feeling again through his song. Next is an excerpt from the song Superstar. Even in the music video, Kwon Ji-young now ditched all the glitter and just performed as himself only with a piano. He started his
Oh,
world tour.
That sounds like a good song, man. I love me some sad songs. I always love me some sad songs, and this sounded really good. Hold on, let's go back a little bit. Yeah. This might be my next song that I react to. What's the name of the song again? Does she say it?
Kwon Ji-young now ditched all the glitter and just performed as himself only with a piano.
I'll meet you even if it's in a dream, and we can love again. Hold on. Let's go do some research. GDragon, I'll meet you even if it's in a dream, and we can love again. Song. Untitled? Is that the name of the song? Untitled 2014? Hold on, let's just do a side. This is side missions, guys. On this channel, we like to go on a side mission. Oh, that's a cover. Oh, that's a cover. So, Untitled. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm gonna have, this might be my next reaction for GDragon. How do I save it? Hold on. Save to watch later. Boom.
He started his world tour shortly after the album's release, but he said worrying things at his concerts in Korea. Also during this world tour, he gave a deeper feeling about himself in an interview in Japan. The following is a summary of what he said in his Korean concerts and interviews in Japan. Thanks to you, I'm having a great day. Living like this has been my dream since childhood. It feels good to live in this dream. But sometimes I'm not sure if it's a dream or reality. There are many times when I get confused between reality and dream. I had to go through everything, even the bad experiences, but I had only great experience and a good life as a musician. I think that's why I'm going crazy. I'm lonely. I'm very lonely. Life is just so lonely. I'm in the spotlight, but I feel so lonely. A few days ago, I was looking for a way to relieve stress and I wrote a letter to myself. I'll read it for you. You're doing great. Everything's gonna be fine.
You know, that's good. He did that. Writing a letter to yourself. I didn't know that it works, but it definitely does work. And it doesn't have to be like, "Hey T, you're doing," you know what I mean? Like, just write notes about what you're dealing with. Write notes on a paper like, "Hey, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I need to do." And read it every now and then. Read through it and see, am I accomplishing what I wrote? I'm gonna accomplish. Am I doing this? Am I doing this right? It helps out. Something about it helps out mentally.
Lonely. A few days ago, I was looking for a way to relieve stress and I wrote a letter to myself. I'll read it for you. You're doing great. Everything's gonna be fine. You'll make it. But you should take a rest too. Live for you. The world doesn't collapse just because you're not there. Look at the nature. Humans are really small beings. Don't overreact. Let's just hang in there this year. After the 4 month of his world tour, he suddenly turned on his Instagram live streaming. His fans were very surprised because he wasn't the person who loved to do live streamings. And GD said, "I came to my house in Korea after a long time after the concert, but there was no one. And I was so lonely, that's why I turned on the live streaming." And the fans who watched the live said this. At the time, GD looked really lonely and anxious. It was really sad to hear that he turned on the live stream on Instagram because he was feeling lonely even though he was not the live streaming person. At this point, earning money was no longer the main point for him, as the annual copyright fee he is receiving was already over $1 million per year. When he turned 31, he joined the military, but things didn't go smoothly here either. During his military service,
How old is GDragon nowadays?
he was transferred to a
He's, I think, my age. He's like 35, 36 maybe.
military hospital for ankle treatment. But one soldier recorded everything about GD's tattoos, even his underwear size, and the so-called GD observation diary was posted online. This incident was a massive invasion of privacy and a stalking crime, resulting in severe criticism of
Yeah,
the
I was gonna say, what the hell?
soldier and military force in question. As a superstar, he had to satisfy the public's wishes. But at the same time, his private life was massively invaded,
Okay.
making a normal
Dorian Gray. Faisal is telling me. Faisal, it's Faisal. بتحكي عربي? If you want to react Big Bang song, maybe in Dorian Gray for English subs, pretty much, as I think what you're trying to say. Old Until Now song concert. Old Until Now. I'll check it out. He's born in 1988, so he's older than me in 2 years. He's 38, around 38 years old.
life almost impossible. After his discharge from the military, he worked with Nike. But apart from his fashion business, there was no
he put
news
the
about
flower.
him for a long time. Of course, after Sung Lee was involved in Burning Sun Gate, many people used to say that Big Bang
Yeah, Burning Sun. That's the club, right? That's Sungri and his club situation where he prostitution or something happened. I don't know.
Of course, after Sung Lee was involved in Burning Sun Gate, many people used to say that Big Bang would retire itself. Fortunately, however, GD returned in April 2022, for the first time in 4 years with their new song Still
Wow.
Life with Big Bang. Despite being the first album in 4 years, Still Life has racked up more than 30 million views in just 3 days since its
Wow.
release, showing that so many people are still waiting for it. Even as many people criticized GD, his fans who supported him always said, "Seeing GD reminds me of the saying that geniuses are short-lived. Like the stars we've lost before, it makes me feel terrified that he's going to leave us overnight. I hope he stays strong for a long time." In an interview 9 years earlier, he spoke about his plans for retirement. He said that he was on stage because he wanted to bring good energy to the audience, and when he couldn't emit good energy anymore, he would leave without regret. So it's hard for his longtime fans to say he should come back without a guilty conscience. Because they are aware of how long he's been working hard, and how much he suffered. During the preparation for this video,
Damn, I didn't know he suffered that much, man. I didn't think this video showed me a new side of GD that I didn't know existed, and he suffered a lot. He suffered a lot. It wasn't like an easy, happy-going, come up like a lot of people might think. He suffered. He had depression. He drank. He had to drink. He came back home from a concert lonely. Like, he didn't have it easy. He didn't have it as easy as I thought.
fans to say he should come back without a guilty conscience. Because they are aware of how long he's been working hard, and how much he suffered.
Faisal says maybe next react to every K-pop idol looks up to this legendary artist GDragon. Yeah, I can check that one out depending on how long it is, or I can check out someone Alizid, are you still in here? Recommended the documentary How GDragon Redefined Greatness Again. We might watch half of it because I have something to do after that. But I'll see. I'll put a poll up right now in the chat. Actually, let me do it right now while you guys are here with me. Start a poll. One second. It'll take me 2 seconds, or maybe a little bit less, or a little bit more. Okay, and then where's Faisal? Oh, the characters. How GDragon refined greatness again. All right. I did start the poll, guys. Just go ahead and vote. Which one you want us to do? It's loading, I think. I think the poll is loading. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. But I think it's up. I'm not sure. But vote which one you want. I couldn't put the entire title in there just because it doesn't fit. You have to have it 35 characters. But I put the beginning of it. How GDragon redefined greatness again, or every K-pop idol looks up to this legendary artist GDragon. Pick on the chat, in the chat, which one you want to watch, and we'll do that. Let's finish this up.
Preparation where time fans to say working hard and how much he suffered. During the preparation for this video, I only was wishing for him the best and wanted to say, I wish you could be our star again, but what's more important is that you're happy, even if it means you're not coming back to us anymore. The video ends with the sincere hope that the human Gwanji-young will be happy.
I hope so. I hope so. And that's how the video ends, I think.
Build you a completely free
Let's see if the
e-commerce store.
Yep, that's how the video ends. So let's look at the poll real quick. We have 7 votes in. And by the way, guys, real quick. We got 25 people in here. How many likes do we have? And we only have 8 likes, 9 likes. Come on, guys, hit the like button, please, for me. And for GDragon. I just lost my main channel, my YouTube channel, the main one. This is my second channel that I just recently started here. But I lost my main channel that had 10K subs on it. I worked so hard on it for the last 2.5, 3 years. And it got taken. It got hacked. I don't know how it got hacked. I didn't press a link. I don't press links that I don't know. I don't know. I just be careful out there, guys, because you don't know when you'll get hacked and how you'll get hacked. But I got hacked. And so whoever hacked my YouTube channel deleted the entire thing. I'm currently working with YouTube and Google to try to get my account back or recovered, but it's going to take like 20 days or so, which sucks. So everything is going to be on this channel from now on, for now, until I get my main channel back. So please, guys, help me out by hitting the like button, sharing the video, leaving a comment when the video is dropped. It all helps out to recuperate and regain some of the loss that I took in that channel. So thank you so much to everyone that does hit the like button, that does engage in the chat and in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much. And let's go ahead and pick. So you guys, 9 votes in the chat, and obviously we have an obvious winner. And it is every K-pop idol looks up to this legendary artist GDragon. So let's go ahead and do this one. We're going to end the poll right now. Okay, and let's go ahead and copy this. And let's go to paste it. Right here. Alright, guys, this is going to be the last video I do for this live. It's going to be 11 minutes. I have some stuff to do after this, so I'm going to get going after this video. But I'm excited. I'm interested to see every K-pop idol look up to this legendary artist GDragon. Let's do it. Alright, let's start.
어느 순간부터 GDragon이라는 모습으로 이름으로 계속 서다 보니 권지용이라는 친구는 어떤 아이였을까?
What kind of person was the fellow named Kwon Ji-young?
전 누굴까요?
Now, where should I start? This is a very accurate self-depiction of who GDragon is. It takes a lot of balls to declare something like that in your lyrics, but I doubt anybody would disagree to those lines. GDragon has many names, a talent, a musical genius, trendsetter, celebrity among celebrities, or just GD, and everybody gets it. Let's now travel back to how this young boy became the most influential icon in South Korea. Kwon Ji-young, born 1988, August 18th, born with talent and that talent noticed by his mother, he immediately was sent on TV shows at the age of 7. He got picked up by the best choreographer of that time to become the kids' version of the then most popular K-pop group Lula. He also starred in a movie as a child actor that was directed by Im Kwon-taek, one of the most famous Korean movie directors.
Yes, for sure. We're gonna react to the other video here next time when I go live. We're gonna learn more about GDragon, and eventually we're gonna learn more about Top. We're gonna learn more about the rest of the group.
Alive. Then he randomly
And
wins
we're gonna finish the beginning, the Big Bang, the beginning documentary. We have to finish that one as well. So there's gonna be a lot of lives coming up here soon. So make sure you guys are you tune in. Make sure you have your notifications turned on and whatnot.
first place at a random ski resort dance competition during his family trip, and this guy, who was the MC of the dance competition, thinks he's talented and takes the kid to his company and signs a 5-year trainee contract. He trains, but maybe doesn't like his life as much as the music he gets to hear at his friend's house, and gets extremely shocked and inspired from this music. He goes down the hip-hop rabbit hole, makes his first musical debut as the youngest age of 13 by participating in an album called 2001 South Korea Hip Hop Flex. The producer of the album says that the kid already had his rap-making notes and had established the notion of hip-hop since elementary school. He used expressions that were not elementary level at all. This kid chooses to go with the name GDragon, which is a clever translation of his Korean name Ji-young. Then he gets picked up by Janusha and Sean, and while learning rap under them, eventually he gets recommended to this dude. The dude recognizes his talent and signs
My boy,
him.
YG CEO.
GDragon gets to feature in other YG artists' work such as Petty, Lexi, Seven, Huisong, and more. He trains hard for more than 6 to 7 years, and along with his beloved friend Dong Young-bae, aka Taeyang, YG films a documentary called Real Docu Big Bang, where 3 other members join in. Now initially these two feel it's unfair to debut as 5 when they trained much longer and wanted to focus solely on hip-hop as a group named GDYB. But the dude's like, nah, you debut as a 5-member group. And then bang, Big Bang debuts, the legend begins. I don't even need to explain Big Bang's legacy, anyways this video is a piece on GD, not Big Bang. But since he is the leader of Big Bang, let's go through some of his notable work. In 2007, Big Bang debuts with their first EP, Always. Big Bang gains instant popularity as their title
They sounded like an R&B group in the beginning.
song, Live,
All these old clips that I'm seeing from Big Bang, they all sound like R&B.
becomes one of the biggest hits in K-pop history. 6 weeks straight on the top of the Melon Chart, 2014 and Countdown nominated, Best Song of the Decade. On the same year, Big Bang releases their second EP, Hot Issue, with the title song Last Farewell that causes a syndrome on par with Lies. After that, Big Bang releases EP3, Stand Up, and its title song Haru Haru becomes a mega hit too. And guess who the songwriter and producer of all 3 songs were? GDragon gains reputation as the producer idol on top of his already existing title as Best Idol Rapper. He even earns his spot as a musician, which was rare back then with the public's view towards K-pop idol groups. For your info, idols are still not considered true musicians to this day, with the stigma that they are manufactured, trained, dancing and singing machines fostered by the labels, but some get to peel that negative stigma by breaking through with their song-making skills and etc. According to that, GDragon becomes the idol that has the most anticipating future in 10 years #1 and becomes one of the best songwriters of the year, along with 7 other producers including some big names like JYP's Hotteji and Brave Brothers. While there was some controversy in the middle about whether GDragon actually produces his music or not, YG Entertainment's Yang Hyun-suk directly stated Kwon Ji-young produces all of his melodies and lyrics 100% himself. To some people
that is very believable. That is very believable.
Might still not.
I don't understand. Some people are like, oh, they don't write their own stuff. They don't. It's not. You know what I mean? Like some people have that gift inside their head where they can write good music, good lyrics, and he so happened to have it.
All of his melodies and lyrics 100% himself. To some people that might still not be convinced, I'll quote one credible dude on GDragon who spoke up about this issue. Do not question GDragon. Kwon Ji-young is a tremendously talented songwriter and producer that even I am jealous of as a professional producer in the industry. The instant I heard Big Bang's Lies and Haru Haru album, the shock I got was so big that I felt like Salieri watching Mozart. GDragon is the best songwriter of our era who possesses the talent to lead the K-pop industry. We need to let him do everything he can to produce music without any disturbance. Leaving behind all those controversies, afterwards, GDragon makes hits after hits, and it's even hard to count and list all of them. He dives into his solo career as well. He releases his first solo album, Heartbreaker, sweeping #1s on all the charts and shows. He also wins Album of the Year on Mama 2009. In addition, he also does unit activities with his fellow rap member from BIGBANG, T.O.P. Their songs like Hi Hi, Oh Yeah, Boggy Gayo, Chibe Gajima become hits everywhere. Personally, these were the songs that every college student was singing in 2011. While GDragon was the king of K-pop, another big reason he became so well known to the general public was probably his appearance on Infinite Challenge, Korea's then #1 TV show. He came on the show and made his hits like 바람 났어 that went viral throughout the whole nation.
Yeah. That is a viral sounding
After
song.
he gained the general public and industry's respect, GD goes into a more artsy phase, aka he puts out albums like One of a Kind, which got the Best Rap Hip Hop Song Award, and also That, which was restricted to 19 and above, but regardless topped the charts, which was unprecedented in chart history. And look who was in the MV as well. The album went on Billboard, sold 250,000, and was the most sold solo album at the time. He got the Mama Best Male Artist and Soul Pop Music.
So why did he diss Mama, by the way? Why was there a part where he dissed Mama? What did they do to him? Someone explain that to me in the comments, please.
Awards Best Album. He got 17 hit songs in 2012 alone. It was GD's year. From then, he made more albums like Coup d'etat, which has my favorite song of his, Crooked.
Lewis, they just talked about that in the last video, how there's a creep military guy that was like taking pictures of him and documenting everything about GDragon and whatnot. Very, very creepy.
From then, he made more albums like Coup d'etat, which has my favorite song of his, Crooked. This song made people wild in the clubs, by the way.
Oh no, don't play it no more. I haven't reacted to this song yet.
Anyways, he toured the whole world. He made crazy iconic stages on Mama, like Good Boy.
I am a good boy.
On Infinite Challenge multiple times, pumping out.
We reacted to that same video. I don't know if it's on this channel or the one that got deleted, unfortunately. That sucks, man.
Crazy addictive songs again and again. Okay, from now on, no more awards and achievements. Let's just say he got it all, even after that. He got everything he could in the K-pop industry with more songs and more albums. He got the respect from the people, and also K-hip-hop rappers respected him too. So after all of that, GD now ventures into the
Korean hip-hop hits different, man. Something about it, the way they rhyme, the way they spit, it sounds so good.
So after all of that, GD now ventures into the fashion business. I mean, he was a fashion icon while he was the king of K-pop anyways.
한국, 해외 통틀어서 패셔니스타로 유명한 지드래곤.
지드래곤 하면 패션, 패션 하면 권지용. 아시아 패션계 최고의 셀럽이에요. 이디가 걸친 아이템은 몇 시간이면 완판이 됩니다.
He basically made the street look popular, along with so many fashion styles and hairstyles trending in Korea.
Oh, hold on. I was looking at the background right there.
아시아 패션계
최고로 유명한 지드래곤.
지드래곤
Is that security in the background or who is that?
하면 패션, 패션 하면 권지용. 아시아 패션계 최고의 셀럽이에요. 이디가 걸친 아이템은
Look at this guy. This guy is laughing right here. Watch, go back. Let's go back a few frames. He's probably laughing with his friend, but he's looking up and down. You see it? He's looking up and down. Look at his eyes. See his eyes? Now he looks down, and then he looks back up. And then he starts laughing. I mean, he got style, man. He got style.
권지용. 아시아 패션계 최고의 셀럽이에요. 이디가 걸친 아이템은 몇 시간이면 완판이 됩니다.
He basically made the street look popular, along with so many fashion styles and hairstyles trending in Korea. He had the nickname 완판남, which means sold out man, because every piece he wore sold out instantly. Also, he was the first Asian muse of Givenchy, and the only Asian being invited to the France Paris Chanel. He's invited annually.
성복까지 걸치고 들고 다니면서 젠더의 경계를 찢어버리는 패션으로 화제가 됐습니다.
Look at this dope picture with Virgil Abloh and Karl Lagerfeld. He literally owns the fashionista title in Korea and is called the celebrity among celebrities. He doesn't stop here just as a model or a mere muse. He makes his own freaking fashion line.
Yeah, that's a good
or
idea,
brand.
Louis. Or Luis. Is it Luis or Louis? But Louis, that's a really great idea. I'm actually going to do that. I thought of it before to do a whole concert. However, I'm not sure how YouTube Live will take it. I'm not sure if YouTube, while I'm live, they're going to continuously tell me, hey, you're listening to music that doesn't belong to you. We're going to cut the live. We're going to cut the live. We're gonna disable the live or whatever. They usually say something like, this video, you're reacting to a video does not belong to you. You copyright this and the copyright that. And if you continue reacting, we're gonna cut your live. I'm worried that something like that might happen. Have you seen other people react to full live what's it called? Concerts? If you have, then I'll probably do that soon.
You've probably seen these
Go back a little bit.
Korea and is called the celebrity among celebrities. He doesn't stop here just as a model or a mere muse. He makes his own freaking fashion line or brand. You've probably seen these shoes on every single Korean celebrity or influencer out there. No, they're just not any Nike shoes, but it's a collaboration product between Nike and GD's brand Peace Minus One.
Those Air Force
Peace
Ones?
Minus One can be seen as GDragon's other name. He said this at a press conference when he hosted an art exhibition in collab with international artists. Back to Nike, the paranoises were huge because first, Nike allowed a
Those
collab.
are sick. Those are some sick shoes. I might copy one of those. How did I get those? Hold on. Let's go on a side mission real quick, guys. You guys know us. On this channel, we like to go on side missions sometimes. GDragon shoe buy. Is that it? Where's the flower? That's not it. Oh, there it is. Damn, $162 for this. That's 2025. Air Force Ones, I told you. I knew there were Air Force Ones. Yeah, 4 Air Force Ones. I knew it. I have a couple pairs of Air Force Ones. I would actually like to add those pairs with the flower. This one right here looks sick, but it's on Etsy. Air Force Ones. Yeah, those are dope. I might invest in one of those.
On one of their most popular models, Air Force Ones, and also they never allowed to alter the logo for an artist, but for GDragon, they let him put it in Korean. Just look at who Nike collaborates with for shoes. I don't know many, but maybe Michael Jordan, Travis Scott.
Eminem.
Now these Paranoises 1 and 2 and the recent Kwondo are still selling at insane prices on the resale market. You can definitely feel his artistic sense of design and his name value at the same time with the shoes.
This guy was made for art, like in any form, drawing form, music form, style form. He was built that art. The part of his brain where art and creativity takes place, that part of the brain is very active for him.
Now that being said, here's my opinion. I would like to say that GDragon is an icon, a legend of K-pop and also pop culture in regards to the impact he had on fashion and style in Korea. In short, this guy is just a genius. Of course, there was painstaking work starting from such a young age, but GD always managed to do things differently, in his own unique style and way. On a side note, some people even make fun of his rap style and way of talking, saying that you can't understand what he's saying.
지용이가 노래를 부를 때 사실은 제 발음이
When GD sings, to be honest, I don't understand what he's saying. Wait, Daesung is saying that?
무슨
That's Daesung, right?
말을 하는지 잘 모르.
가끔 이렇게
결혼하실 거야? 완전 살찔 거야.
넌 뭐 할 거야?
But that all became absorbed and recognized as the GD style now. Recently, Angmyu's Lee Chan-hyuk is being made fun of for having the GD disease, but that's another story. Moreover, GD's style of dancing, which to an extent someone looks effortless or super de-stressed, has also become his signature, as usually other idols dance raised.
I always get Taeyang's and Daesung's names mixed up. I don't know why. I always get their names and their faces mixed up.
These are sharp and in perfectly
And sometimes I say Dayang, and sometimes I say Taesung.
Synchronized same ways. Like this, GDragon is spotlighted and distinguished from all the talented artists out there, not only because he is simply the leader of one of the most successful and popular groups of K-pop, BIGBANG, but because he is a creator, a true artist, a one-of-a-kind that doesn't conform to the status quo,
he seems like
that
it.
basically throws a coup on everything.
Yes, I'm famous.
Yo. Guys, let's end the live with, what was the song? One of a Kind. I want to react to One of a Kind live. It's a song that I already reacted to. Go check it out. It's on the channel. It might be on this channel. It might be on the last channel. Hold on. Is it on the deleted channel or is it on this one? Let's go back. And I just uploaded. Hold on. Come on, computer. So I just uploaded bullshit here yesterday. So go check it out. And then I did One of a Kind. Nope, it is on this channel. It's on number 2. One of a Kind. Go check them out. And then I also did a Big Bang song, Baby. Or Bebe, as they say in the song. But let's go to... Where is it? I just looked it up. Hold on. One of a Kind. GDragon. Let's do it. That'll be it.
Save on insurance.
That's the last thing I'm doing, and then I'm out, guys.
Swoons? Oh, I love those birds. We built a
Until next time.
lighter that burns at 1,800 degrees, and retailers just told us it's too dangerous to sell.
Holy shit. That's a dangerous lighter. Yeah. Yeah.
Just for fun. Hello, ladies. Me and Troy's. Yes, sir. I'm one of a kind. Judge my and go. I go both and go. Hello. Yes, sir. I'm one of a kind. Just wanna know. 좀 비싼 몸이라. 내 형, 내 누나.
I think that part is so sick. I said it in my reaction too, but I think that part is so sick the way he says it. Naom, I don't know how to say it, but it sounds so sick. That means that you guys did tell me in the comments what it means. It doesn't mean hello. It means, what does it mean? You guys did tell me. It means like yes or something. Yes, I'm here or something like that. I forgot.
전화 한 통이면 달려가 해고 발발이 공팔이 밟은 말하는 거다 좀 알려봐 난 연희가 1급 사건 남다르니
Listen to this. This song made me gain a lot more respect for him.
전화 한 통이면 달려가 해고 발발이 공팔이 밟은 말하는 거다 좀 알려봐 난 연희가 1급 사건 남다르니까 그게 나니까 뭐만 했다면 난리 나니까 유행을 만드니까 다 바꾸니까 그니까 이 실력이 어디 갑니까 Get back 이건 장난 아니야 Young and rich that's not a 말이야 So I'm fast so what it's okay 지금 장난 아니야
나 장난 아니야
Yes sir, I'm one of a kind Judge my and go, I go both and go Hello Yes sir, I'm one of a kind just wanna know 좀 비싼 몸이라 벌써 이제 나는 안 털어빈지 내 랩은 그녀 진실로 데려가 높이지 I'm busy 내 비즈니스에 머니 꽃이 피지 하나 내 노래가 문을 올리지 I love it 적게만 놈이 나와 모델을 휙휙 잡아 매형 안 들은 눈에 밟혀 고개도
He's fast with it too.
I love it 적게만 놈이 나와 모델을 휙휙 잡아 매형 안 들은 눈에 밟혀 고개 돌려도 이리 저리 가는 거고 예마게 사진으로도 배대 미친 차게도 없어서 못 봐라 나 때문에 못 살아 Get back 이건 장난 아니야 young and rich, that's not a 말이야. So unfair, so what? It's okay. 지금 장난 아니야. 나 장난 아니야. 라라라 예쁘게 좀 봐주세요. 욕하지 말아주세요. 라라라 귀엽게 받아주세요. 사랑해주세요. Yes sir, one of a kind. 제주만은
I don't know if that bear is real or not.
Yes sir, one of a kind. 나 just wanna know 좀 비싼 몸. Get out. 내 형, 내 누나. 웃어. 아이고 심심하구나. 내 형, 내 누나. 웃어. 나 잘 나가서 아 죄송해요. 날 따라해요, 날 따라해요. 날 따라해요, 날 따라해요. 날 따라해요, 날 따라해요. 날 따라해요, 날 따라해요. Yes sir, one of a kind. 제주만은 곰보다요. I'm bad as moon. Yes sir, one of a kind. I just wanna know 좀 비싼 몸. Get out.
Yo, shout out to everyone that showed up today. We had upwards of about 30 people in here during the documentary. Sorry, my voice just changed. Every time I switch the screens, my voice gets changed. But shout out to everyone that joined and stuck around and watched the reaction with me and watched the documentaries with me. I'm gonna be doing more lives here whenever I can. I like I said earlier, I do work 45 hours a week, so I try to find a time for me to react and record some videos. And I have another channel I also do urbex on, like urban exploration on. Go check it out. It's called T Will Explore. So I'm going to try to find some time to do more lives here at least once a week. If I can go live once a week, that'll be beautiful. So turn on your notifications. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much again for joining me on this. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Much love to all of you. And please make sure you hit the like button on this video when it drops, this live. Leave a comment underneath it. Share it also as well. Help me out gain some of the subscribers that I lost back on this channel. That being said, thank you again so much for joining me, guys. Much respect to all of you. And I'll see you in the very next video. Simple as that. Very simple. Much love. Take care. And peace. I forgot I have to click the button now.